Today is my first paddle of 2022 in the Adirondacks. It has been delayed and delayed, and it hasn't due to weather, it's due to life getting away. So the trees you can see are budding out. It is a balmy 75 degrees here. It has been nice for some time. So my first paddle, 2022, is going to be in a place that I hold some fond memories of growing up. It's going to be on Joe Indian Pond. I spent a lot of time here as a kid. Loved every minute of it. I haven't been up here in years. Let's go check it out. I finally get out to paddle. This is, like I said earlier, this is my first paddle of 2022 in the Adirondacks, and we've had some decent weather. It hasn't been the weather holding me back. It's been life. Work. I'm on. Had a guy I work with get injured, so we got to do some fill-ins, and it seems like I'm on a stretch where I do 6 days and then I'm off a day, then I go in 6 days. But hopefully in a week and a half I'll be back out doing my thing. I can't wait to get out. I've been waiting all winter for this nice warm weather, and now I'm stuck working. But this paddle is one that I just wanted to get in today. So I left this morning, got my coffee, and I headed up here. So I'm gonna go paddle around. Let's go check things out. Welcome back. So this is Joe Indian Pond. It's a good sized pond. I would classify it more of a lake than a pond, but it is a good sized body of water. And this place up here, as I said, I have some fond memories of this place. There's a camp that is right over this way that growing up, every summer my family would come up here and stay a week or two, and sometimes more. But yeah, that was probably between the ages of 6 and 12, and my brother and my sister, my brother was probably about 14 at the time, my sister 17, and we would have sometimes a couple of cousins would come up, and we had our old Radisson canoe. We had an old boat with a 1950s CB engine on it, and inner tubes. We inner tubed across this lake quite a few times when we were younger. And boy, parents of today, you know, back then would just say, "Hey, Mom, we're grabbing the inner tubes, we're going out inner tubing," and it would be just watch after each other. You know, anyone that's my age that grew up in that era, you know, it was watch after each other. That was what our parents would say. But one thing that always intrigued me about this place was its name. How did it get the name Joe Indian? Was there an Indian named Joe that used to live up here? And actually, that is actually what it was. So Joe Indian is named after a Mohawk warrior. Their tribe was originally based over by Lake Placid, and his name was Tahanta. I hope I got that right. And he was an Indian warrior. His chief at the time, Chief Eagle Eye, held a multi-day competition, and the winner would win his daughter's hand in marriage, Princess Tega. And so after the competition, Joe Indian, as he later became known as, won the competition. But little did that tribe know that they were infiltrated. they had a spy among them from the Mohican tribe down by Albany. And that Indian decided that the best time to attack would be on the night of the wedding. So after the wedding and after the celebration, when they all went to bed, the Mohican tribe attacked and overtook the Mohawks. Joe was knocked unconscious, but when he woke up, he found that his fellow warriors and the chief are all dead. They must have thought Joe was dead, and women were all gone. They were being held captive by the Mohicans. So Joe, after he buried the dead, set on a conquest to find his princess bride. Joe searching for his princess bride, and he finally found her in a Mohican tribe over which is now Crown Point. And he did exactly what the Mohicans did to the Mohawks. He infiltrated their tribe by acting that he was a deaf mute, didn't talk, acted like he couldn't hear, and he spent days among this tribe. They picked on him because they thought he was crazy, and they made him do stupid stuff, you know. But anyways, he bided his time until the Mohicans went on their annual hunt, and he decided that would be the time that he would grab his princess bride and flee into the woods. Cautiously, upon their way through the Adirondacks, they came out up by Saranac Lake, and they followed the St. Regis River down to Stony Brook, which took them to here, on the edge of now Joe Indian Pond. And they built their cabin and set up their camp on Popple Point, which I believe is right over here. And they spent the rest of their days over there, and they say if you go over there searching, and if you're lucky, you'll find two upright stones next to each other that mark the graves of Joe Indian and his princess bride. And so, yes, that's how they got the name Joe Indian. Now, Joe Indian Pond is not the only Joe Indian. There is a Joe Indian Island in Cranberry Lake, and it's a popular camping island. And so, yeah, Joe Indian, part of the Mohawk tribe from Lake Placid, and named after him. So, spent a lot of time at this place in the summertime growing up. So that's why I have fond memories of this place. I've always liked Joe Indian, and I was always curious about that name. Guess I learn something new every year doing this about the Adirondacks. But I'm going to paddle around a little bit more, see what I can see. Alright folks, you watched all the way through. Thanks for that. If you liked the video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button down below. Continue to follow the adventure. And remember, folks, tomorrow is no guarantee for any one of us. So disconnect from that Wi-Fi, connect to this out here. You won't be disappointed.